Distance education and online learning are on a rising trend in our culture today. During this presentation, we will learn about not only the similarities and the differences, but also the best practices for online learning, as well as the different types. Online learning basically encompasses any type of learning that is utilizing an online platform. It is often an approach to blended learning where students may be in their physical classroom but engaged in some type of online learning, perhaps a digital lesson or online webinar. When online learning is occurring, students and teachers typically still regularly meet face-to-face. Distance learning is a form of online learning. However, the major difference is that the online classroom is the only classroom, and students are learning from various locations. Students are not present at the institution to participate in person and typically utilize a school's learning management system online. While online learning typically involves in-person interaction between an instructor and student, distance learning includes no in-person interaction and relies on digital forms of communication such as Zoom calls or discussion boards. There are three main types of online learning: synchronous, asynchronous, and blended online learning. Synchronous online learning may be distant but occurs in real time, possibly utilizing tools such as chat or Zoom. Asynchronous learning does not occur in real time but occurs at different times and in different places. This type of learning utilizes a discussion board or similar tools and allows learners to go at their own pace. Blended learning, presumably so, utilizes a combination of both. Perhaps surprisingly so, distance education is not a new thing. It has evolved and progressed over time beginning in the late 1800s. From correspondence education to radio transmission learning to television and then to online through the use of the internet, distance education has progressed significantly. Instructors should consider a few things when determining best practices for online learning. First, an instructor must be present in the course and as engaged as they would be in a face-to-face classroom. It's important for there to be collaboration, even between instructor and student. Next, there must be enough opportunity for students to interact and even collaborate with one another. It's important to incorporate real-world relevance into an online classroom. This can be done by using activities such as case studies and problem-based activities. When students are able to bring their real-life experiences into the classroom, this creates a richer learning environment. While once a trend, online learning has now become mainstream. Even back in 2013, 1/3 of higher education students were enrolled in online courses. With the continued growth of technological advances which provide easier access to many students for obtaining an education, the commonality of learning in a traditional classroom is changing. Educators agree on the importance of understanding the online classroom as its relevance becomes more widespread. In closing, distance education and online learning likely aren't going anywhere. It's as important as ever for educators to understand this learning climate.